What's going on, guys? I wanted to make a quick video on how to clean a cobia because this weekend Jared and I caught a cobia down south in Sanibel Island. So first things first, you gotta have a good fillet knife. This here is a Dexter fillet knife. It's not very sharp, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. Second, you get your cobia. Do this on your kitchen countertop so you get fish all over your countertop. It's all good. So, you're gonna take your cobia, you just drop it right on the counter. Don't have no woman yelling at me that I can't put fish on my counter. So, this cobia is a little stiff after sitting in the cooler. So you definitely want to give your cobia a massage. You got to work out the stiffness. Alright, so that's nasty. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to find the soft spot right here. There's like a really hard spot where his gills are, and then there's a soft spot where the meat starts. You're going to take your knife, actually I'm going to spin this thing around. Alright, like so. So, like I said, find the soft spot, and then you're just going to go ahead and put the knife in. Don't cut your fingers. Goes from cleaning a cobia, making dinner, to a hospital trip. So, you're going to cut down through the soft spot until you hit the spine. Don't cut through the spine. And then cut down towards his stomach. Alright, can you see that cut? Right there? Okay. So, I don't know what you're saying on Instagram Live because my phone's halfway across the counter, but just keep watching. It should be funny. Alright, so you've made your cut on your cobia. Now you're going to start to go laterally down the spine. Okay, this is an important step. So you start to curve the knife along the spine. And you just want to follow that spine all the way down. It's going to be hard to do this and try and keep it in the camera angle at the same time, but bear with me. We're going to turn this cobia around. I realize the camera can't really see this too well, but I'll show you in a second. Alright, so you see how I'm making this cut down the spine? You're just going to keep doing that, but you got to get up over the spine and then start to cut the bottom half of the fish. It's a delicate process. Alright, here's the progress. I don't know if you can see that on Instagram Live, but the camera can see it. So we've made it past the spine, but we still got to do the bottom edge of the fish. But look at that fillet, that thing's looking delicious. Ah. See, got myself. Alright, so now I gotta get through the rib cage. Alright, so now we're in the bottom edge of the fish. This is just one side. Look at that big old juicy fillet. So, fun little fact that I'm going to let y'all in on. I haven't started the process yet, but I'm going to be getting my captain's license so I can start taking people fishing on some fishing charters, because I have a long list of people that ask me to go fishing, and quite frankly it's just too many people to remember who all wants to go fishing. So I'm gonna get my captain's license, and I'm going to start a charter company. It's not going to be full-time. just like 1-2 days a week. And if you want to go fishing with me, shoot me a message and I will write it down, or I'll save the message, so that way once I get the charter up and running, I'll contact you and we will go out and slay some fish. If you didn't see the post on Instagram, Jared and I caught this cobia yesterday down in Sanibel, Florida with Captain James Marco with GoliathFishing.com. He was nice enough to link up with us and show us around the area and put us on some pretty good fish. So this is a 37-inch cobia. It's actually my personal best cobia. And yeah, so we're cleaning it on the kitchen counter. All right, so check out this fillet. See that? But we're not done, because you got the rib cage bones and a little bit of the beginning front spine bones. I don't know what they're called. All right, so I'm gonna get those bones out afterwards. I'm gonna jump forward to this step. So once you got your fish filleted out like this, where you got skin on the one side, fillet on the other side, you're gonna very carefully cut away the meat from the skin right in this section, okay? All right, so what you want to do is you just slowly start cutting until you see the skin. Okay, then you're gonna hold your little flap of meat. Cut down and get to the skin. This is where having a big fillet knife will help out a lot, because you got to see how it's coming up, and you can see the skin, and then I got the meat here. You want to get to the part where you can lay the knife flat on the counter and go down along the fish. So what we're gonna do, you want to push down on the knife so it bends it. You're not going to break it unless you buy like a $3 fillet knife. And see, this knife isn't even big enough for this fish, so you're going to work the bottom side and the top side of the fish back and forth as you fillet it. And you want to keep checking and making sure you're not cutting through the skin. Oh, see, I done jacked up, trying to go fast. So if you do cut through the skin right there, like I just did, just cut underneath it and get back into the golden section. All right, see, we're good. We're back in action. So I caught this cobia on a like a 4-inch greenback. We went out to a wreck about 4 miles off of Sanibel, and I dropped down the greenback on a knocker rig, which is where you just basically have the hook on the line, free line greenback, but then you got a slip weight just above the hook. So when you drop it down, fish goes right to the bottom, but then whenever it hits the bottom, the fish can swim away from the weight. But when you lift up, it pulls the fish right back to the weight. So I had dropped down that greenback and just popped it up off the ground a little bit, and next thing you know, it got slammed. And honestly, I thought it was just like a little grouper the way it slammed it. But next thing you know, it comes up to the top, and real quickly we saw it, and we thought it was a shark, and it took off, started peel and drag. I was only using a little 3500 Sabalos, so it started peel and drag, and we're like fighting it. We got not really that excited because we just thought it was another shark. And then next thing you know, it comes up again, and we could see that it was a monster cobia. I mean, I know there's people watching this that have caught way bigger cobia than this, but for me, this is a personal best. So we basically freaked out, and Jared grabbed the net, fought this thing for, I think it was like 7.5 minutes. It felt like 25 minutes. Fought it and finally got it to the boat. Jared went to net it the first time and netted like the entire fish except for its head. So the fish flopped right out of the net and took off swimming again. All right, so check that out. That is a fillet right there. but I still got bones in here, so this ain't done. So, like I said, single man counter, just leave it right there. We do need to clean this counter. Don't leave your counter like this. Alright, we're gonna leave that. But look at that. So see how you got the skin? Because you took all the meat off the skin. Some people like to cook it on the skin. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather cut this thing up into pieces and make some delicious little fish bites. But now we gotta flip over to the other side and do the exact same process. But check that out. All that meat came off of there, look. Kind of like a deer, taking the deer's back strap off. Alright. Set my fillet right here. What's up, Glock? Come here. Say hi. Guys, if you don't know, this is my dog, Glock. He's pretty awesome. He's kind of like my son. Alright, get down. Alright, so back at it. On the other side, find the soft spot behind the head, okay? Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so both of our fillets are done. They're off the fish, but you gotta get the bones out of it. There's a red line down the middle of the fillet, and the bones sit right on that red line. So I just like to cut on both sides of the red line. I don't care about my fillet getting all messed up because I'm gonna tear it up anyways to eat it. So alright, so I've cut on the top side of all those bones. Oh, I missed a couple. I'm just going to go ahead and split this fillet in half. So now, I mean, I'm about 98% positive that there is not one bone in that piece of that fillet. But there is still some in this piece. So, take that piece, set it to the side. Now, you gotta get these bones out of this bottom section.